This is example number 2 in lecture number 4. So this time we have two forces acting on this pole, on this pipe, and it wants us to find the magnitude and direction angles of the resultant force. So first we're going to have to analyze each force separately. So first thing I always do in three-dimensional problems is find our coordinates. So the coordinates of A are a little bit tricky because it sits in the XY plane, so there's no Z value. But they give us this triangle. They give us the hypotenuse of a triangle. And they give us that that angle is 40 degrees. So this is the 40 degrees. This is my right angle. So to find my X coordinate of A, I'm going to use the sign. And notice that it is negative because it does go towards the negative x-axis. So I'm going to have -3 sine of 40 degrees. My y component is going to be +3 times the cosine of 40 degrees. And my y component is 0. And it is in feet. And if I put that in my calculator, because it's easier for me to keep numbers than to keep that whole thing, I get -1.9284 for my x, 2.2981 for my y, and 0 for my z. All right, now let's find the coordinates of B. Which are a little easier to find. On my x, I go +4. I go in the negative y direction, -7, and it is still on the xy plane, so it is 0 in the y, in the z. And then I need to find the coordinates of my last point, which is C. So the coordinates of C are, it is on the origin, so it is 0, 0, but it is up 4 feet. 0, 0, 4. So let's start by analyzing force F1. So the first thing we need to do to calculate forces along a line, because we need to find the vector of the force along the line between C and A, is find the position vector between C and A. So the position vector from C to A is found by subtracting the coordinates of A minus the coordinates of C. So I'm going to get -1.9284 for my I hat. I'm going to get 2.2981 for my J hat. And I'm going to get -4 for my K hat. And that is in feet. I also need the magnitude of the position vector in order to find the unit vector. So the magnitude is going to be the square root of all of those things squared. Squared. If I take the square root of that, that actually gives me 5 feet. So now I can find my unit vector from C to A, because that's what I'm trying to get to, so that I can find the force vector by multiplying the magnitude of the force. So UCA is equal to our position vector over the magnitude of the position vector. So when I take that, I'm going to divide each of the numbers by 5 in my unit vector. And I'm going to get -0.3857 I hat plus 0.4596 j hat minus 0.8 k hat. And then it's unitless. So now to find the vector for F1, which I'm also calling FCA, from C to A, is equal to 100 pounds, because that's the magnitude of the vector times the unit vector. Have to be careful that that's a times and not a dot. All right, so when I multiply 100 times the unit vector I just got, I'm going to get that F1, or FCA, equals negative 38.57 I hat plus 45.96 j hat minus 80 k hat, and that is in pounds. So I have my first vector. Now we need to find F2. So to find F2, we need to find the position vector from C to B. So I'll look for the position vector from C to B. If we take B and we subtract C, I'm going to have 4 minus 0 gives me 4 in the I hat. Negative 7 minus 0 is going to be negative 7 in the j hat. And 0 minus 4 is going to give me negative 4 in the k hat. And that is in feet. And I also need to calculate the magnitude of the position vector, which is going to be square root of 4 squared plus 7 squared plus 4 squared. Square root of 4 squared plus 7 squared plus 4 squared. Which, when I put all that in my nice little calculator, I get 9 feet. So now I need to calculate the unit vector. I've done the position vector, I've done the magnitude of the position vector. So remember, our unit vector is just going to be the position vector divided by the magnitude of the position vector. So that's going to be, I'm just going to leave it for now in fractions because it's easier for me in my head. So I'm going to give it 4 over 9 I hat minus 7 over 9 j hat minus 4 over 9 k hat. And then it's unitless. So to find F2, which is also the force from C to B, we are going to take 81 pounds times the unit vector, which is 4 over 9 I hat minus 7 over 9 j hat minus 4 over 9 k hat. And that is going to give me, when I calculate it all out, 36 in the I hat minus 63 in the j hat minus 36 in the k hat, and that is in pounds. So now I can find the resultant force. So the resultant force is just going to equal the sum of those two forces. So it's going to equal the sum of F1 plus F2. So if I add them together, I'm going to get negative 2.57 in the I hat, get negative 17.04 in the j hat, and I'm going to get negative 116 in the k hat. So it didn't ask me for the vector though. It asked me for the magnitude and the angles, the direction angles. So that's the force resultant vector. So to find the magnitude, I use the Pythagorean theorem. So it's going to equal the square root of 2.57 squared plus 17.04 squared plus 116 squared. Which is going to give me the resultant force is equal to 117.27. Don't forget your units, pounds. Box your answer. So that's the magnitude of the resultant. Now I need to find the angles. So we're going to find cosine of alpha. I'm going to take the x component, which is negative 2.57, over the resultant, which is 117.27. And so alpha equals 91.26 degrees. I'm going to do the same thing with beta. Negative 17.04, 117.27, which gives me beta equals 98.35 degrees. And the last, the cosine of gamma for the z-axis angle is negative 116 over 117. Gives me gamma equals 171.55 degrees. That's the end, so box your answer, and you've got your answer.